and welcome to Stitched Up Weekly. So yes, this is a bit of a new thing from me, and those of you that followed my Vlogmas, quite a few of you said you really enjoyed the chatty videos, and so what I thought I would do is a weekly chatty video, and I'm going to film bits during the week, every week, and then upload probably on a Sunday, Saturday or Sunday anyway. And I thought you might quite enjoy that. So it's going to be probably bits of my personal life, bits that I want to share, that kind of thing. A lot of it will focus around sewing. There might be the odd appearance from members of my family. And yeah, I am going to try and see if we can do a weekly sort of roundup, weekly vlog that follows me through the week, that you can tag along with if you want. Those of you that only come for the sewing content, then that's absolutely fine. Those sewing vlogs are still going to continue because they are going to be this sort of mainstay of this channel. But I thought that, yeah, a lot of you really enjoy connecting with me in this way. And I really enjoy Vlogmas, but, you know, with everything that's going on in my life, as I'm sure you're all the same, there is no way I can continually film a daily vlog throughout the year. It's just not going to happen. And let's be honest, sometimes the weekly vlogs might not happen as well. And to be honest, obviously I work fairly frequently, as many of you do, and I probably wouldn't have enough content to upload a daily video anyway, so it wouldn't be interesting because my life's pretty boring, despite what you all may think. Anyway, so yeah, so that's the plan. So today is Sunday. I wanted to sort of just introduce this today, but I will probably start the weekly vlogs filming on a Monday morning and finish them at the weekend and then upload that. It's going to be that kind of thing. I don't want them to be too long, obviously, because, you know, I really appreciate you all tuning in to see me anyway, and, you know, giving up your time to watch little old me out on YouTube. So I don't want to take up too much of your time, so they'll probably be pretty short, but they'll just be little snippets of what I'm up to during the week, things that I'm enjoying, things that I maybe see. It might be fabrics or patterns or beauty stuff, lifestyle stuff, that kind of thing, if any of you are interested, I guess. But yeah, it's just going to be a bit of a peep into my life weekly, I guess. So I hope you're going to enjoy that. Today I am on my way to just get a few bits of shopping. It's Sunday, as I say. The weather is just awful. Do you know what? In the UK at the minute, it's really mild, and so, you know, we're not, you know, it's the middle of winter. Yes, it is. It's the middle of winter. We should be having cold, frosty, icy mornings and snow and all that kind of malarkey, but we're not. It's mild, and, you know, I have had my shower this morning. Oops, just gone through a massive puddle. Had my shower this morning, washed my hair, got myself sorted to come out, and I was absolutely dripping with sweat like I am in the summer when I've had a shower because of the temperature. But, you know, for those of you that don't live in the UK, you might think, well, that's just great. You know, nobody wants really cold weather. But in the UK, when it's mild in winter, it just means we get damp, dreary skies and incessant rain, and that's precisely what we've got this morning. So I've taken Marley out already for his morning walk. He's really enjoyed that, so I've stuck him in his crate, bless him. Otherwise he'll destroy things still. He's getting better, a lot better than he was, but yeah, I still wouldn't trust him not in his crate yet. He's just coming up to 6 months now, so I think we've probably got another 6 months of intermittent torture, shall we say. But he is lovable, he's loads of fun. But yeah, so he's in his crate and I've come out just to go do a bit of shopping. I need some glasses because I broke my glasses, and I don't wear glasses all the time, but I do wear them for reading and close-up work because my eyesight is just deteriorating. It really is. So, you know, that's the thing. So I don't need prescription glasses or anything like that, but I just need some for reading. So I'm nipping out to get some glasses and a few other bits and pieces, and then we'll go home. And then this afternoon I'm planning to do a bit more sewing. I managed to sew up the trousers yesterday. If you watched my sweatshirt vlog, the Holy Grail of sweatshirts, which I uploaded yesterday, which won't be yesterday by the time you see this, because I'm not sure when I'm going to get this vlog up. It's probably going to be next weekend. I mentioned that I'd got some fabric from Walton's that I was going to make some more in the folds wide leg pants from Peppermint magazine, and I did make those last night and they're finished and I'm really happy with them, although I do think I need to do a round bum adjustment, shall we say, because I think I could probably just do with a little bit more room in the butt area, so I'm going to have to do a bit of googling about that because I have no idea where to start with that. Never attempted anything like that before, but they fit me elsewhere, everywhere fine. It's just they're just a little bit snug in the bottom area, shall we say. So anyway, I'm going to sign off because I really need to concentrate on my driving with the weather being atrocious, and I'll catch up with you later. Right, I'm back from shopping. Yeah, so hair's gone all frizzy because of the weather, and it's come out nice now. Our fickle weather, it's just great, isn't it? Anyway, I have been up into my sewing room to make a decision on what I'm going to make this afternoon, and I am going to do this. Except I'm going to do the blouse and not the dress because, yeah, for those of you that can't see very well, because my printer is playing up big style at the minute. Yes, I'm going to make the Friday Pattern Company Wilder gown, but yes, just the blouse. I'm a little bit scared of making the gown. I think that it's a very difficult dress to pull off and a very difficult dress to make in a fabric that's going to look right. So I think, obviously being tall, I think I could carry it anyway, but yeah, I'm a bit hesitant on the dress. So I've raided my stash to find some fabric, and I'm going to use this, which is a black and white viscose that I've had in my stash. I've no idea how long I've had it in my stash or where I got it from, but yeah, that's going to be nice, and I think it'll go fine with my black trousers so I can wear it for work, or I could wear it for jeans more casually, so I think I'll get a lot of wear out of it. So that's my plan for this afternoon. So I've printed off the pattern, and I'm going to I've got to get the PDF all stuck together yet, so it's probably not going to get finished today, because on top of that I want to make myself another half circle skirt as well. I have made one. I made it actually in December and I wore it for work and I love it. I haven't shown you it yet though, so thought I'll probably put that into my January makes video, which will be out obviously at the end of January. So I just want a plain black one. So I've chosen some fabric again from my stash, so I'll just turn the camera around to show you that. This is it here. It's I think it's a ponte. It's a bit like a ponte anyway, but it's just plain black, nothing exciting, but it'll make a nice half circle skirt, which will be nice to wear for work. Yeah, so that's my plan. So I just need to get that PDF all stuck together now, and then we can crack on. Looks like it's going to rain again. Marley is just enjoying a bone at the minute. I'm going to have to put him back in his crate soon though, because if I'm going upstairs to sew, I can't leave him out down here, unfortunately. So I'll turn the camera around and you can have a quick look at him. Enjoying his bone there. He's getting really big now. But loving life, aren't you, Marley? Not very exciting, but circle skirt is almost done. It literally took me, what, 5 minutes to sew this together. Obviously it's very creased, it needs hemming yet, but I'm going to let it hang. I don't know if jersey grows like woven fabrics does when you make a circle skirt out of it. I don't imagine it does because it has more recovery, doesn't it? But anyway, I'm going to let that hang. I've just put a seam in the back, and yeah, tried it on and it fits fine, although the waist is just a little bit big, but it'll be all right once I've got a jumper tucked in. So yeah, so that's good. So I'm going to get on with the Wilder gown now. Right, I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's finished. This is the Wilder top. I love it. I really like it. I don't think I get the same, I don't know if you can see that very well. If I come a bit closer, I don't get the same volume here that lots of other people seem to have had. And I do think that this little keyhole detail is quite low cut actually, especially when it's not fastened, but I really like it. So yeah, it's lovely. Very pleased with it as a top. These are the trousers. So these, you really can't see these very well, can you? I will take some better pictures, probably for my makes video, I think. But yeah, these are just the free pattern from Peppermint magazine, the in-fold wide leg pants. But yeah, it's great for work is this top. You can probably hear my son just shouting at one of his friends on his computer in the background. I've just tied my hair up out of the way just so that you can see the neckline a bit better, but yeah, I really like it. It's very nice for work, and I think I could probably wear this with jeans as well. So yeah, definite win-win. Hello and happy Monday. So yeah, today is Monday, and that's just Marley in the background then. I have been at work this morning, but I've only been at work for half a day, and the reason for that was because just one second. So yeah, the reason why I've only been at work for half a day is because some of you that followed me over Vlogmas will know that my dad was in hospital at the beginning of December, and he's still there. Yeah, and there has been a meeting planned to discuss discharge and plan for discharge, etc, etc, and that meeting was booked for this afternoon. Now, unfortunately, I altered all my clinics to facilitate that, and then they have cancelled it and rearranged it for Wednesday. So that's a bit of a nightmare. But yeah, that meant I'd already arranged my day today. So I've decided to have the afternoon to myself anyway, because it gives me a bit of extra me time. So I've come home from work, just going to get myself some lunch because I'm absolutely starving, but I thought before I get changed I would show you my Wilder gown. So here it is. Don't know if you can see that very well. I know that obviously I showed you it last night, but it wasn't very easy to see because it was quite dark when I finished it, but I really, really love it. I've really enjoyed wearing it for work this morning. I'm wearing it obviously with my trousers that I made on Saturday. I love the tie neck. I do think on other people this neckline seems to stand up a little bit more than it does on me. I don't know whether that's just a fabric choice or whether it's because of how I inserted the tie or what, or the print, I don't know. But no, I really like it. I love it. I like the 3/4 length sleeves. They always work for me for work. But I'm going to go get changed now because it's really cold today. It was mild yesterday and today I'm freezing cold. So I'm going to go get changed, have my lunch, and then I'm going to show you what I've been knitting. So I'll see you in a minute. Right, so this is what I'm knitting at the moment. This is the Boneyard shawl by Stephen West, and I'm just on the, oh, hello. I'm just on the cast off row at the minute, and I'm doing a picot edge. This isn't actually part of the pattern, but I did see somebody else on Ravelry that had done this, and it looked really nice. So I've never done one of these before, but it's actually fairly straightforward. So yeah, I'm really pleased with it. This wool is it's just an acrylic, and it's called Beaches by King Cole. I just picked this up from my local shop last weekend, and it's only taken me a week to do this, so I'm really pleased with it. We're going to Cornwall later this year. We obviously had a big holiday to Canada last year, and this year, because of the house renovations that we want to do, we are staying closer to home for our holiday. So we're going down to Cornwall, which is a huge favourite of mine. We've been going there very, very often since I was a little girl, so I class it as like my second home, really. I know the place like the back of my hand, and I can't wait to go back. So yeah, it's going to be for that. I know obviously wool is well, it's not wool, it's acrylic, but this is usually a more winter sort of yarn, I guess. But I think, you know, for just wearing on a cool windy evening while we watch the waves crashing will be quite nice. So basically that's how it looks. It's going to need to be blocked. I don't know if you can block acrylic yarn, but I do need to try and get this out so that it lies nice and flat. But yeah, really happy with it. So I'm hoping to get that finished today. Doing a picot edge is, as a bind off, is quite, it takes a long time because you're creating extra stitches before you're actually binding them off. So that's quite labour intensive, but I'm really pleased with it. Now when it comes to my blanket, those of you that were watching Vlogmas, the blanket that I'm making for my bed is still up here. I've bought some more wool for it, but I haven't done any more on it because I've forgotten what row I'm on. And it's cables, so I'm gonna have to pick that up when I've finished my shawl and get that done. So yeah, so that's that. Right, so I have uploaded my Snitch and Sylvia Cotigan review, and that's going to be up tomorrow morning, so that's cool. I was going to go for a run, but the weather is atrocious. I really don't know, you're not going to see out there, are you? But it's awful. It's throwing it down, windy, cold. Ugh. I'm just not going out in it, I'm sorry. Anyway, I have been thinking about my daughter's birthday. It's my daughter's 21st at the end of this month on the 29th. And she's coming up for the weekend just after her birthday. So that's the 31st, 1st of February. And we're going to have a bit of a family party get together at our house, which is going to be really lovely because we've not done that for a few years. And I wanted to make her something for her to wear for her birthday because I've been thinking about this blinking Cricut machine. Cricut, it's not Cricut, is it? It's Cricut. Cricut machine that I've had ages now and I've hardly used at all. So I wanted to make her a t-shirt, and I'm going to put a name on the front and then her age on the back. So it'll say obviously Bronte on the front and 21 on the back. So it's a bit like a football t-shirt type thing, I guess, but just something that she can wear just for the evening. So yeah, just a bit of a novelty thing, isn't it? But anyway, so I am going to, well, I've chosen some fabric. I've been up in my sewing room and I've picked this out, which is like a dusky pink. It's just a cotton jersey, so that'll make a nice top. And I'm going to do the Agnes, the Tulle in the Buttons Agnes, which is here. So I like this, it's quite a good staple. So I'm just going to do that in a short sleeve for her, I think. And then I am going to use my Cricut to do some HTV to put on the front and the back. So let's see how that goes. So the Agnes is made. This is, I haven't finished it yet. Obviously I've got to hem and do some top stitching around the neckband, but I'm just looking at my HTV now, which I'm going to use this one here for a name on the front and her age on the back. And I've dug out my Cricut Maker that's only been used once and updated it because it needed the firmware updating, and I thought I would just quickly show you how to do this. So basically, when you open up the design space in Cricut Design Space, which is obviously a software program that you have on your desktop, laptop, whatever, the first thing I do once you create a new project is click on templates. And if you look in templates, on templates, it comes up with all sorts of things so that you can size, if you're doing lettering, you can size it automatically to fit whatever it is that you are putting the HTV on. So for instance, if you're going to use a backpack and you just want to put some lettering on there, you just click on that, etc, etc. I've just used the t-shirt, women's t-shirt, this one here. I've just used that as my template and then written a name and then positioned it where I think I want it to look. And I think that's probably going to look okay. So do your lettering, all you do is you click on text, which is over here. It brings up a box, which is down here. You write your text in there, and then you can choose your fonts. If I just highlight that, and yeah, I mean, in this font list here, it will pick up all the fonts from your computer, but also there's lots of Cricut fonts as well, which you can pay for if you want to. But you can, up here, just select the Cricut fonts or your system fonts, which is what I did. And I've just chosen one from my computer. So once we've done that, the next thing you can do is you can obviously alter your font size. You can do it in italics or bold if you really want to. You can increase or decrease your letter spacing. The other thing you can do is curve, which is what I've done. So this button here allows you to curve your lettering, which is what I've done, rather than it just being straight. I quite like that effect. So I think that's probably what I'm going to do. Once you're happy with it, you then go over to this button over here, which is Make It. And then what it does is it brings up the actual cutting pad and shows you whereabouts the lettering, where your HTV needs to be on your cutting pad, so that you make the most economical use of HTV, because it's not the cheapest, is it? So The other thing that you need to then do is make sure you click on this button over here, which is mirror, because you want it to be a mirrored image so that it prints on the wrong way around, so that when you come to iron it onto your garment, it's ironed on the right way around. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Right, so next up, once we're happy with the positioning and everything, we then go down to the bottom right hand corner and click continue. Next thing it will ask us to do is connect your maker. Mine is already connected, and then you need to set your material. So you get a list of favourites and popular materials here, and obviously you can browse everything. So I'm going to click on vinyl. So it tells me to which material I need to put in clamp B. Load fine point blade in clamp B, which is already inserted there. Load the mat and press load unload button. So it really is straightforward. So this is the mat here. This is just a standard mat, which has got a bit of a sticky side to it. So I'm just going to peel this back, and I can't do this one-handed, so I'm going to have to put you down. Right, so I've taken the protective film off, and obviously this is sticky. So this is my HTV, and remember we've got a mirror image here. So we're loading this with the shiny side down. So the side that obviously we want showing on show on whatever it is that you're putting it on, it needs to be shiny side down. So I'm just going to put you down while I fiddle about with this and make sure that it's down nice and neat, and then I'll show you what that looks like. Right, so that's now in position. What you then need to do is slide the mat in between those two little grooves just there, and press the load button that's flashing on the maker. Except it's not doing it. That's it, there we go. So that's now loaded, and then we press the little Cricut button that's flashing, and hopefully it will start working. Right, so now that's done, we press the unload button, and there we have it. So the next thing we need to do is we need to unpick the cutout vinyl. It's exciting. Right, so I got this pack of tools when I got my Cricut that's got all sorts in it. Half of these I don't even know what they are yet. But one of them that's in there is this little weeding tool. And what you are supposed to do is you are supposed to start by... Right, so the first thing I do is take off the vinyl away from the mat, and then what I do is I cut away where the transfer is. So you're not going to see it on here, but I can see with the way the light's shining where the vinyl is. Now the next thing is you've got some plastic backing on this, so you need to be able to take away the plastic backing so it just reveals and leaves, hopefully you can see this, it leaves the design on the sticky bit, and this is where you'll need this little tool just to eke out. Depends what font you use. If you use a font that's really cursive, then I would imagine you're going to need to do a lot of picking, but I've used a font that's sort of quite, I don't know, big, I guess, so it shouldn't be too bad. So at the moment all I'm doing is removing the vinyl from around her name. Hopefully you can see this. Right, so what you get left with is something that looks like that. So obviously if I turn it around that way, you can see there's a couple of bits in there, excuse my nails by the way, that I still need to pick out. So this is what you use this tool for. So I'm just going to pick out the bits that I don't want. It should be fairly simple on this font to do this. That's it. And one more. And we get left with that. So the next thing we need to do, obviously, is place this on our t-shirt. Right, so here is my Agnes t-shirt, and I am going to probably look at manoeuvring that to round about there. And then all we do is we just pad that in place. You can use this little tool, this little gadget that comes just to sort of smush it down a little bit, but I'm going to make sure this is positioned exactly in the middle, and then we'll take it to the iron and iron it on. Right, so when it comes to ironing on, what I've done is I have just ironed the t-shirt first before I've positioned the decal, and I've measured it, so I'm happy more or less with the measurements. I think I'm just going to tilt it just slightly because I think it might just be slightly wonky. And then with a dry iron, so you need an iron on the highest heat setting, but with no water in at all. You don't want any steam. And then I'm just going to use a pressing cloth, and then you press the decal. You don't move the iron around, you just press it for 10 to 15 seconds, very much like you would press when you're doing some pressing of your dressmaking garments. So I'm just going to alter this just slightly. I think that's probably a little bit better. And then, yeah, I'm happy with that. So let's go ahead and get this pressed. And then we can try. That's still not totally stuck. So this is a bit sort of hit and miss really to get this right. So I'm going to carry on doing this. I'm going to carry on pressing until we can get this transferred. So I've got the plastic removed, and all I've done is I've just given it another press. I'm now going to just turn it over and press from the other side. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how that looks. So then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to do a big 21 to go on the back. So I'm going to get that done and then show you what it's like when it's finished. Morning and happy Wednesday. I am running late this morning. It's just taken me an age to get out of the end of the road. I didn't actually film anything yesterday. I was at work all day, so there was nothing exciting happening. And then I got home from work, had my tea, and just flaked. I was so tired. I was in bed for 8:30 last night, but I'd been asleep for an hour on the sofa before that. Alarm went off at about 6:15 this morning, and I still feel like I could just sleep for England. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, I am only at work this morning, and then I have to fly through to Hull to go to a meeting about my dad's care, and so that's going to be my afternoon. At least it's going ahead and not been changed again. Got that much stuff in my bag on my passenger seat that it's alarming at me to tell me that I should have the seatbelt on. Thinks there's a person sat there. Anyway, it's nearly 20 to 8, and I'm probably going to be late for work, but oh well, it's one of those things, isn't it? What else have I got to tell you? Really, really pleased with how the top for my daughter's come out. Still got to do the cover stitched hems of the sleeves and the bottom hem, and then it's done. But yeah, I'm really pleased with it. And I was doing a lot of Googling of Cricut ideas last night because I've sort of got a bit of the bug, I think. But some of them I think, they look great, but what use are they in practice? I think that's the thing with a lot of these little crafty projects. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but some of them look great when you see them on the blogs and everything. But I just think, in reality, are we just making stuff just for the sake of it? And how useful are these things in practice? Like, it tells you how to make paper flowers, and paper flowers are great, but they look great on the blogs, but how do you store them when you put them away? They get covered in dust that you can't clean off because it's paper. and what do you actually put them in to display them? Does that make sense? So I don't know. Yeah, I'm a bit on the fence about stuff like that, if I'm honest. So anyway, what else have I got planned for today? Probably not a great deal. I don't know how long this meeting's going to go on for this afternoon, and then I'm going to have to get back and do tea and whatnot. So yeah, I'm not sure what my next sewing project is going to be. I haven't got anything cut out at the minute. Well, saying that I've got a few things cut out and half made up, but they're sort of in the depths of my sewing room somewhere that I can't access at the minute because it's a tip again. Really need to sort that room out. And yeah, so I'm thinking about what next I want to make, but I think it's going to be jersey stuff because, as I mentioned previously, my weight is nowhere near where I want it to be at the minute. I really need to sort of get my butt into gear with it because, yeah, I'm not happy with how I look at all. But we'll not go into that on this vlog because, yeah, it's just an ongoing thing, isn't it? I am going to a sewing meetup on Saturday down in London, so I'm really looking forward to it. It was organised by Sian from Kittenish Behaviour, and yeah, I'm really excited, really looking forward to it. We're going to Goldhawk Road. I've never been before. Been to London loads of times obviously, but I've never been to Goldhawk Road, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm just debating what to take with me in the form that I'm going on the train. My train sort of leaves my local train station about 7:30 Saturday morning, and I've got one change to make, and then the train gets me into King's Cross in London at 11 o'clock, and then I've got to get the tube across to Goldhawk Road to meet up with everybody. I'm a bit nervous because I think there's loads of people going, so yeah, I'm a little bit nervous because there's going to be people there that I've met before that have become good friends, so that's going to be really nice to meet up with those again. But there's going to be people who I've never met before as well, so I always get a bit nervous about meeting new people, because despite what you think, I am quite reserved in real life. But anyway, yeah, I am really looking forward to it. But as I was saying, I'm just waffling on, aren't I? I'm debating about what to take with me because the plan is, yes, I'm going to be buying some fabric. Well, that's the plan, and I don't want to be having to haul it all the way around. Well, not London, because I'm not obviously going all the way around London, but having to haul it on the train all the way back. So I'm going to have to be mindful of that with me travelling and not in my car. So yeah, I need to think about that one. Anyway, I'm going to sign off for now and get on with trying to get to work in a reasonable time frame, and I will catch you all later. Right, I'm back from work, and oh my word, it's a gorgeous sunny day. Hopefully you might be able to just see outside there. The sun is shining, it's beautiful. Yeah, I am, I've just come back from walking Marley, so that's been lovely to get some fresh air. And that's the only problem when you work like I do, and you're in clinics 8 till sort of 5ish this time of year, you don't get to see any daylight, so that's a bit rubbish. But yeah, today it's beautiful sunshine, and yeah, had a lovely dose of vitamin D. So I am going to sit down and have a coffee. I've got about half an hour before I need to set off to the hospital to have this meeting, and I've been thinking about my next project. Those of you that watched my Vlogmas will remember that the lovely Denise sent me the gorgeous Godet skirt pattern from Burda, from the August 19 Burda. I'm having a bit of an issue with Burda at the minute. My local newsagent in the next town to where we live usually gets Burda for me every month and puts it away, and then I pick it up. So it saves me having to subscribe and pay the extra and all that kind of malarkey. However, I haven't had December's either. I didn't get August's either, and August and December's were two that I really wanted, which is just annoying. They insist that I've picked it up, but I haven't. The last one I got from them was November, and yeah, so that's really frustrating. So I'm hoping that they will get January's in, because I've seen that Jay's already posted her January Burda flick through thing. So yeah, that's really frustrating. Anyway, getting back to what I'm waffling on about, the lovely Denise sent me the pattern that I wanted from Burda, which was amazing. And I haven't had the opportunity yet to look at it and put that together. But on the back of that, the lovely Kim has also sent me the Sew Over It Haxby skirt on PDF as well, which is just amazing. Thank you, Kim. I am so like overwhelmed. It's amazing. So yeah, she sent me the PDF, which is just fantastic. So I've now got both patterns and I don't know which to make. So what I think I'm going to do actually is I think I'm going to make both. And I think I'm going to do a little sort of comparison vlog comparing the two and which I prefer, etc. So I'm going to choose two fabrics. I mean, obviously there's the one that I got from Material Girl Laura in December, which was the original fabric that I wanted to make that skirt from, and I'm still going to do that, but I think I might make a spring version as well, even though we're sort of still midwinter and I'm wanting to think I really should still be sewing for winter, but I think it must be the weather today that's making me think I really need to start thinking about spring. So I think I'm going to do both and do a bit of a pattern off thing. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, so this is the Burda pattern. Oh, hang on, you can't see that, can you? Let me show you the Burda pattern, just 1 second. It's a fabulous skirt, isn't it? And obviously that's the line drawing there. And I think I'll probably do it midi length. I like that length. And then the one that Kim sent me is obviously this one, the Haxby, which is just fabulous. So they are very similar. I don't know if this has got line drawings on it anywhere. You get the idea anyway. It's very similar to the Burda one. So I think I'm going to do both. Yeah, so I'll need to choose another fabric for that. I've got some happy mail, which is really exciting. So I don't know if I mentioned about some viscose that I bought from Oh So Crafty, which have a shop and they're also on eBay. I got it from eBay. I wanted some navy polka dot viscose, yeah, to make a jumpsuit with. I don't know if it was a Marks and Spencer's or whether it was a Zara jumpsuit last year that was really popular, and it was in a polka dot from what I can remember. I don't think I've got the picture now, but I don't know what pattern yet. Anyway, they sent me some fabric last week. I ordered 5 meters and then they contacted me telling me they only had 4 meters left, and did I want that or did I want to choose something else? So I said no, 4 meters will probably be okay. And they sent me it, and they sent me the black. Well, I thought it was black. It certainly looked black, but obviously it was evening in sort of artificial light and I wasn't quite sure. Anyway, they told me to send them a picture of what I'd sent them, of what they'd sent me, which I did, and yes, they confirmed that they sent me the black one. So instead they have sent me now the navy, which has come today. That's probably looking black on screen, but it's definitely navy, so that's cool. So I'll get that washed and can get that put away. And also, those of you that watch Vlogmas remember that I knit a hat for my daughter, and she wanted a pom-pom. It's arrived, so the little pom-pom has come, so I can get that attached to her hat now, so she'll be pleased with that. It's really cute actually. That's going to look nice on there. And also, if you watched one of my vlogs, I think it was the one just after Christmas where I did this sort of 2019 review. I think it was that one. I mentioned that I had the Prim chalk pen and I'd run out of inserts for it, and I'd ordered some more off eBay. No, it was the one I did at Christmas actually. It was before the new year because it was supposed to be coming on the 2nd of January and they never arrived. I got them from Amazon, and when I went on to Amazon it said that they'd been delivered, but they certainly hadn't. So I contacted them and said they haven't arrived, and so they've sent me some more out. So finally they've arrived today, which, you know, I've been waiting 3 weeks for these now, so that's good that I can actually use my pencil again. Anyway, I'm going to go get ready and set off to this meeting, and I'll catch up with you later. So I'm home finally. The train was delayed, my connecting train from Doncaster, by about half an hour, and yeah, I was just desperate to get home by that point. But yeah, my lovely hubby picked me up. So do you want to say hi, Martin?
I've got my glasses on, I'm eating cheese.
It's really nice to be home. So I've just totted up how much fabric I bought today. And
far too much.
Shh. It comes to 26.5 meters altogether. But you're going to have to wait to see that. And yeah, yeah, it's been a good day. It's been such a good day. Met people that I've met before, met people that I haven't met before. Everybody's been so lovely and it just went by far too quick. So I'm going to sign off now because I'm starving, need to get something to eat. And I'm going to sit down with a lovely glass of gin. So I'll see you all later. Morning, happy Sunday. Yeah, it's the last day of the first week of Stitched Up Weekly. So we are just heading to York. We're going to get a birthday present for Bronte. And yeah, it's a beautiful morning. Really cold though, really cold. But
It is when you sat on leather seats in a car. Very cold.
Anyway, it's lovely to be home. I hope everybody who attended the Gold Hall Road meetup yesterday got home safely. And you're all stroking your lovely fabrics. I don't think actually I bought the most. What are you laughing at? Problem?
I can just imagine loads of lovely ladies sat stroking their fabric.
Just doesn't get it. Anyway, yes, so we're going to York and yeah, I was going to film my fabric haul this morning, but I haven't had the chance yet because I've got a new camera and it's supposed to upload to my computer, to my Mac via Wi-Fi, and like all technology, we're having loads of issues trying to sort out the drivers and everything, so that's taken half the morning so far. So I've got everything filmed on my camera that I'm filming on now, speaking to you guys, and I'm gonna have to try and upload that later. So anyway, yep, so off we go to York and I'll catch you later. So we're back from York and we've had a really lovely afternoon actually. It's been really nice. We've got my daughter's Christmas present. No, we've got my daughter's birthday present. It's her birthday on the 29th and she's coming up that weekend, the weekend of just after her birthday. And yeah, I also bought a few bits and pieces for me as well. Sadly, there's no fabric shops in York. Well, it's probably not a bad thing because I certainly spent enough yesterday. I just wanted to show you, well, what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to stitch on the pom-pom onto her hat. I've brought it down to show you what it looks like. That's going to look okay, isn't it? So I'm really pleased with that. I also got myself some white trainers. We went into the designer outlet in York, into the Kurt Geiger shop. It's always fatal, isn't it? And I saw these gorgeous things. Look at those. Look at the silver down the side. Really like those. So I've got myself a pair of those that were in the sale for summer. So yeah, that was really cool. So I'm going to sign off for now because I'm hopefully going to be able to get this edited and up tonight. Yeah, I've got a mixture of film on this camera and some on my iPhone as well. I'm just waiting for my computer to restart because it needed a software update doing as well, which has meant that it's just taking forever to get that sorted before I can even start to figure out how to transfer the video clips from here onto my computer. So hopefully that's not going to take too much longer. So no sewing today. I've just thrown most of the fabrics that I bought yesterday in the wash to get those washed. Yeah, I'm going to sit down with a cup of coffee. I've got a gingerbread latte and put my feet up now for a bit and get that pom-pom sewn on, and then hopefully...
To kill the dog.
You're going to kill the dog. He's going to kill the dog because Marley keeps wandering off with our shoes. So yeah, that's a bit of a problem. But anyway, right, I'm going to sign off now, and I hope you've enjoyed the first week of Stitched Up Weekly, and hopefully I will see you all again next week. Take care, bye.